From the latest blockbusters to hidden gems, news and reviews, this is your destination for everything movies. Grab your choc top and popcorn, sit back and relax. And don't forget to switch your phone to silent.
Here we go.
It's Talking Flicks with JT and Grant Lee.
Yeah, it's time to talk everything movies. All thanks to the Forum 6 Cinemas Tamworth, Wagga and the Odeon 5 in Orange. Mr. Lee, hello.
Well, hello, Jay. How are you this week?
Fantastic, Mr. Lee. Now, as you would know, we've got a bit of different music here. You've got, do you like this one? I kind of thought this is reminiscent of your high school days, right? This is back when you had the hair and
yeah. Oh God, now you're talking.
This would have been your high school forum, wouldn't it? What year was that?
Oh, we won't say. Definitely don't say, because I feel very old.
You don't like this? This is very you, Mr. Lee. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh, that's too funny.
Well, we're ready to have some fun with to talk movies. Lots coming up on the show today. Before we do get that though, Mr. Lee, John Jarratt was recently in Wagga doing his Q&A.
Yes.
For their,
and it went off really well.
Did go off very well. I saw a photo on Forum 6 in Wagga's Facebook page, and there's a picture of Craig there with John. You missed out. Craig got in the photo, though. That's good. So Craig's
I know. Well, he deserved to be, because he's the one that organised it all. So it was good to see that Craig and the team all got a photo with John, because those sort of things, it's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Not many people can say they've done it.
I do have a bone to pick with you, though, Mr. Lee.
Oh, what?
Craig, all dressed up. He's got his tie on with his Forum 6 shirt. I have never seen you wear a tie at the Forum 6, Mr. Lee.
No. I used to wear ties when I first started working, and I'm not going to say it was nearly 30 years ago. Would you believe it will be 30 years next year that I've actually worked in cinema?
I would believe that.
Yeah. So that kind of gives my age away. And I used to wear a tie. And then I just went, you know what? I don't think I need to wear a tie to work. I just blend. Away. Yeah. But good on Craig for doing it, because he looks good as with a tie. So
yes.
And I'm sure,
Don't worry, Craig. We'll be working on Mr. Lee. I'll work on him over time. I'll get him in a tie next week. The people love to see you dressed up in a nice tie there, Mr. Lee. So,
well, one day I will, and I'll take a photo just to show you that I do have ties.
Please do, and we'll put that. You know what? Put it up on Facebook, and we'll see how many likes you get. Okay, I'm sure everyone will love it.
I'm sure we'll get none. I'm sure. Oh no, we'll get one. My mum will like it, so there you go. That'll be all good.
And you know what, Mr. Lee, I will like
too.
it too. And
That'll
my
be
nan,
two.
And your
That'll
wife,
be three then.
Your wife Wendy will like it as well, no doubt. And your boys.
There's four.
So
there's
look at that. That's blown up very quickly, hasn't it? Blown up very quickly. Look, a massive.
I'll have to probably tell them to do it, but that's the problem.
No, you won't. We'll share it around. Send a little invite out, and we'll see how many likes you can get. So, but you've got to get yourself a tie first, something nice too. Nice colour. Get it to match your shirt. And if you need any advice, go and speak to Craig, because his tie was pretty good.
Yeah, it's spot on, isn't it? Yeah.
Some new movies coming up. We'll take a look at what's showing now. We'll do some top fives around the country, also around the globe too, Mr. Lee. We have a new country. Last week, you decided to feature Russia, which was a complete disaster, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
I couldn't pronounce half the names. I'm sorry, but I did try.
I'm so glad when I saw this country sitting in our top five, and I thought, oh, thank God, this is a much easier one.
Much, much easier, because, I couldn't pronounce half of those. And we just couldn't do it. So that's why I went, I'll pick somewhere easier this time.
Well, high five, Mr. Lee. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Also, some movie news and goss, and your chance to win movie tickets a bit later on with Movieoke. And today, you'll be very excited to hear Mr. Lee has written today's script. So well done, Mr. Lee. Well done.
I thought, you know what? I'll give it a go, and I thought I nailed it. So, and as John keeps saying, script.
John Jarratt,
I think people will get this one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we just call him John now. We don't call him John.
We're on
Jarrett.
first name basis, aren't we?
We're friends.
Yeah. He did say call him any time. So what we'll do is we'll do this scene and then we'll send it to him and we'll see what he thinks. He may not. He may retract his number after that very quickly, I think.
It will be blocked.
Probably a smart idea. So that's still to come a bit later on Talkin' Flicks. But let's start where we always do. New movies this week, and 2024, Mr. Lee, as we keep saying, it has been the year for horror films, and this week an absolute corker.
Absolutely. This one is called The Watchers. It is a fantasy horror mystery, and it's all about a 28-year-old artist who is driving along in the forest on a road, of course. But everything stops and she breaks down. And she follows and goes to this house, and then all of a sudden she's trapped inside. But the problem is the other three strangers that are in the house, there's actually someone outside watching them.
Yeah, that is a bit creepy. Let's be honest, that is
a bit creepy, isn't it? Yeah. You'd feel like something's not right. And, this is actually directed and written by Ishla Knight Shyamalan, which is the daughter of M. Night Shyamalan. So if she's got half of what, her father's got, this is going to be scary.
I was watching the interview earlier and I could not believe how young she looked. I was putting her kind of like mid-20s, but when we did a wiki on it not too long ago, Miss Lee, because we're looking at it, we're going, how old is this lady? They're putting it between 22 or 23. That is... to be directing a film like that, and wow.
I know I wasn't doing things like that at 22, 23, so
well, that was your heyday, Mr. Lee, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yes, and go and say it, I had hair too.
You do have hair.
Yeah. But how good is that to be, and she would have picked up a lot of tips from her dad. She would have been on a lot of film sets and watching and observing what her father's doing to get these, basically to become a director. And she actually co-wrote it. So this is insane to be that age and doing this.
Yeah, and of course, off the back of this this book, or the original book that was out, and Ashana took it, and she wanted to adapt the screenplay. She also did the directing as well, and this is why she wanted to be part of it.
I think the book itself is just fantastic. It really was something that I read and was just like enamored by the experience of reading it. It felt so cinematic by nature, and it felt like it was just like begging for those elements to kind of be put on a screen. So it just felt like a kind of no-brainer to me. I think once I read the book, it's just a wonderful, wonderful story.
Yeah, well, she chose a great movie to adapt when you think about it.
Yes. Yes.
Freaky too.
She sounds like she's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, and very vibey. Apparently the whole cast just loved working with her. But when we talk about The Watchers, let's have a listen, because the one thing that I think they've done amazingly well on is the trailer. Are you ready, Mr. Lee, to have a listen to this, or do you want to take the headphones off?
I'm going to take the headphones off because, I know it's going to be scary.
Here it is, The Watchers.
I'm going out tonight. Try not to die.
Try not to die. Try not to die.
And I thought you couldn't talk.
Young woman with a drink in her hand.
You have 5 seconds before the door is sealed. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What is happening? What is this place?
I don't mean to scare you, but we haven't much time. It's not wise to keep them waiting. They'll be very interested in someone new.
It's a window on the other side. They come every night.
And they watch us.
What is that? What are they doing?
Applause. For you mean it.
How long have you been here?
I don't know.
And you've never seen one?
No one sees one and survives.
They have come to our world for a reason.
I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm not staying here.
They allow us to live because we follow their rules. You have broken too many.
I will die.
What did he see?
I'm trying to get in.
Try not to die. I saw myself.
Someone's out there.
Please open the door.
John? My husband's outside.
This is a trick.
Oh my God.
All right, Miss Lee, you can put your headphones back on now. Wow.
Thank you. Wow, all right. Hey, can you believe that's Dakota Fanning?
Yes.
Like, she played Flora in Charlotte's Web back in 2006. She was such an innocent little girl.
So far.
She has.
And now starring in a horror movie. And of course, in this one, Miss Lee, she plays Mina. And here she talks about playing that character.
You know, we meet Mina at a point in her life where she's in between. You know, she's clearly buried a traumatic past and is kind of searching for something. And that search, you know, she's drawn into this kind of mythical fairy tale folklore of a forest and continues to search, you know, is continuing to look for something, and obviously is drawn into strange circumstances and has to obey the rules to an extent to survive. But ultimately, I think through breaking those rules, she actually finds a piece of herself.
I'd love to see what happens to Mina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. And it was actually filmed in Dublin. Which, yeah, of all places, I think of, you know, a nice place, Dublin. It's looking a bit scary.
Sometimes Dublin, though, can be quite cold, you know, and that's when you look at the forest and when she's driving through it and it's overcast, and that comes out very much in the movie. So,
yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a real good horror. Oh, and look, I'm going to move on because, as you know, I just can't do horrors. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Look, you gotta love this franchise. This one with Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, they've been doing this for nearly 30 years, this franchise. And it's so good that they've come back together. And this is, the fourth one now?
Yeah, the fourth movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is really good. They actually try to get their captain, who is Captain Conrad Howard. He's been accused of being working with the Romanian mafia, and so they've got to try to clear his name. But what happens when, you know, you're trying to clear someone's name? You get framed.
Yep.
So, which is not good.
They're being chased this time around. They've turned into fugitives.
Yes.
Yeah, which forces them to work outside the law. Now, the boys, they've been going at this since, 1995. So, yeah, about 30 years. And Will Smith, he loves working with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, you know what? It was really from the first moment of this franchise. Martin was the only person who really wanted me in the first Bad Boys, right? So everybody else had all their other ideas, and everybody else, you know, I think Eddie was one of the, you know, major considerations and stuff like that. But Martin was the first person. He was like, no, it's Will. I want to make this with Will. So from day one on this movie, he was my ride or die.
I'm sensing a bit of a bromance there, Mr. Lee.
I think there is a bit of a bromance. It sounded like it, didn't it?
I just can't imagine. I can't see Eddie Murphy in this movie, because that was what Will Smith was saying, was that they were looking at Eddie Murphy to play that role. Yeah,
I think they've got the right ones. Martin and Will work so well together. And I can actually remember the first one. I know you're probably in nappies back then, but it was so well done. And it was funny, and it was action, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a breath fresh air from last 1995, I should say. So it's good to see that they're back.
Well, let's have a listen to Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
Mike, there's a storm coming. Things are going to get bad. We're going to be tested. Just know we're good. Boys, if you're seeing this, I'm probably dead. Whoever gave the order to kill me is in the department. They're coming after you next.
You should be careful.
Your people want you dead.
We're being framed. It's just us, no backup.
We got 2 suspects, Lowry and Burnett.
You set the damn van on fire! Everybody relax. The fire's on the outside. Now it's on the inside.
Y'all are some terrible fugitives.
Put a bounty on them. They'll have it coming from cops, cartel, and every gang in the city.
The bounty is dead or alive.
I take the 3 in the front. You take the 6 in the back.
Oh, no, the f*** you not.
You hit? No, like jelly bean. Nobody likes that.
These dirty cops attacked our families. We're not losing today.
I mean nasty, Mike. Oh, city, city, bang, bang. Be gone, Gator. I rebuke you. See, Mike, that's how you command the universe.
Sounds awesome. Mr. Lee, the question is, could Bad Boys 4 be the best yet?
Oh, look, I can't wait to watch it to find out, because they just, as we said, they've got a great bromance and it comes across on the screen. Even listening to it, it comes across, doesn't it?
It does. And I'm thinking, Mr. Lee, it's kind of like you and me when you think with our bromance, right? We could very well be the bad boys, right? It's there.
We could. Hey, maybe once we've done, a little bit of other acting, we could go straight into be the Bad Boys number 5.
Oh, you and me with guns, Mr. Lee, probably not a good idea.
Probably not, Jay. I think that would be a very bad move.
But you know what, Mr. Lee, I would save the day for you. I'd take a bullet. So.
Oh, God, you're good.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't do it for you. But yeah, that's very good that you do it for me.
Oh, good to know. Good to know, Mr. Lee. But look, a great movie, and that one is out this week, so go and check it out.
It certainly is. Now, what else is playing around the sites is the Garfield movie, Ferosa and Mad Max Saga, If, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, The Strangers Chapter 1, The Fall Guy, The Way, My Way, Godzilla vs. Kong, The New Empire, Twilight, which is from the 2009 one. There's a special screening of that in orange. Perfect Days, Tarot, and Kung Fu Panda for all playing. Now, guess what I got to do last weekend? I finally got to see The Fall Guy.
A bit late, Mr. Lee, but that's okay.
I know, it was a bit late, but I really enjoyed it.
What did you
actually
think?
thought it was a fun movie. It was so funny, and yeah, I can see why you liked it, because it was just... Ryan Gosling was brilliant. And how good was it to see all the Sydney shots, all the scenery? That was just so much fun, especially that one of him going along the Harbour Bridge. That was brilliant.
What was your favourite scene? What did you love the most? Which particular scene did you like?
I'm going to have to say I actually liked when the car jumped over and landed on the spaceship thing. That was pretty good.
That was a great scene. I love it how he's in the car playing Taylor Swift. I still couldn't get over that. That was great. Or when he's got the copper at the car window.
Yes, yeah, and he's looking, going, "Don't talk to the police." Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, and not giving the ending away or anything like that, but it was really well done. I'm pleased I saw it, so I'm happy.
Good stuff, Mr. Lee. It is a great movie. So that's if you haven't seen it yet, go and give it a watch. Let's take a look at some top fives, Mr. Lee. And as usual, we like to pick a different country every week to go to. Whereabouts are we heading this week?
Look, we're going to just head over to the ditch, and we're heading over to New Zealand.
Some fish and chips.
New Zealand.
Or do you like the number? Do you like 6, Mr. Lee? Do you like 6?
The number 6, yes.
It's a shame we've only got top 5, not top 6. That's a shame.
We should have done the top 6. I didn't even think of that. Damn. Anyway, well, number
too late
5
now.
for New Zealand. Oh, it is way too late. Number 5 for New Zealand is The Fall Guy. Number 4 is If. Number 3 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number 2 is Ferosa. Sorry. God, I can't even
Mad
say
Max.
that.
Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max Saga. At number one for New Zealand is the Garfield movie, which is great because that's the first week.
Well, no surprises to see it up there at number one. Great little family movie.
Right. Brilliant family movie. Now, looking at Australia, let's see. Number 5 is The Fall Guy. Number 4 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which it's been number 1 for a few weeks. Number 3 is If. Number 2 is Ferocia, the Mad Max Saga. And number 1, the Garfield movie.
I was wondering how long it would take to knock Mad Max off the top at number 1 there, or what movie was going to do it. Garfield. Wow.
Yeah,
how good.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's huge.
I'm quite impressed that Garfield's got that pull to actually do that. So that's really...
Well, it's a classic, isn't it? A classic remade.
It is. Absolutely. Now, we've done basically all the states, so we're going to head back to New South Wales. Number 5 is the Garfield movie. Number 4 is The Fall Guy. Number 3 is If. Number 2 is Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. And number 1 for New South Wales, Ferocia, the Mad Max Saga.
What a complete flip in numbers.
Absolutely.
And movies. Yeah.
I was shocked to see that. I didn't think it would be like that. So,
well, we obviously love Mad Max, and we're still digging Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, yeah.
Yep, and Ryan's hanging in there as well, so that's really good.
Well, that's the top 5 for New South Wales. Now, in some news, Mr. Lee, long weekend, and you guys are open pretty much flat chat.
We certainly are. All cinemas are all open this long weekend. So for the next 3 days, you can head into the cinemas and watch your favourite movies on the big screen. And as we all know, Jay loves choc tops. You can grab your choc top, your popcorn, and enjoy a movie. And if it's raining like it was last Saturday, it was just coming down, wasn't it?
Bucketing,
it was unbelievable.
What complete washed out weekend. All sports was off. And you know what? Whenever there's wet weather, great to watch a movie. That's all you want to do.
It is. And you just go in, enjoy, and you just go, yeah. That was good. Watching something on the big screen is the only way to do it.
Did you snuggle up with Wendy last weekend, Mr. Lee, and watch a nice movie together when it's raining outside? Did you get the blanket and the heater and just
Oh, we did. Yep. Well, you got to do it, and that's
you do.
Yeah, it was fun.
You do. Do you allow blankets in the cinema, Mr. Lee? Is that something that
we do actually? We do.
Really?
We actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we do allow blankets because sometimes people are a little bit cool because, as we know, cinemas are a little cooler than most places. Ours aren't. Ours are beautiful. All 3 sites are nice and cozy, but we do still have people bring in blankets. It's just when they start bringing in pillows and the doonas and
pillow fight.
I'm a bit worried.
I don't want to give anyone any ideas.
Definitely. Oh, we don't want a pillow fight.
And Mr. Lee, we should point out too, no blankets in the back row. Okay, that's
no, correct. No,
I'm sure you've seen lots of things in your time.
Oh, look, that could be a whole different podcast.
I'm sure you've also been responsible for a few of those things in your time too. And that is a completely different podcast. And I'm sure it will be high rating too.
It would be because people would want to know what we've seen.
We should do that one time, Mr. Lee. We'll just change the rating on it for that particular day. So that's still to come on Talkin Flicks X-rated. That's highly likely what it's going to be. Now, Elle Fanning, Mr. Lee. Elle Fanning. Now, I was a massive fan of the Predator movies. Which is going back a long time ago.
Into them.
Really?
Well, see, it's a bit scary, like that's the whole thing of
because this is the whole get to the chopper. That's that that French.
Yes.
Yeah, Arnie was in the original. So Elle Fanning, how does she fit into this?
Well, they're actually doing a reboot of the Predator universe, and according to Hollywood Reporter, that they're actually going to be doing a lot of talks, getting all these actors, and Elle Fanning is one of them, to actually talk about doing this movie, and it's going to be called Badlands Predator movie. So, yeah, can you believe it? Another one.
Yeah. You know what? It's about time. It has been a while between drinks, so as it's shown in the past, everyone loves a good Predator movie except Mr. Lee. but it's not uncommon with that kind of genre. So, yes. But yeah, I'm sure you'll go see it if a new one comes out. I'll be able to talk you into it. You're getting better, Mr. Lee. You're certainly improving.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did go to see Tara. Remember that? I did go see that. So that
you
was pretty
did.
good.
I'm very proud of you for doing that. It's taken a long time to get you here, mind you, but you're getting better.
Yeah, I am getting there. But Wendy did have to hold my hand for that one. This week also, the new trailer drop for the Venom movie, which is Tom Hardy. He's saying this is his last one. He's already done 2 others, so this is his 3rd. And he's saying that's it. He's not going to do any more. But the trailer, I must say, I watched that and that looked really good. I watched the first Venom movie. I remember that. And it was a little, bit scary for me, but I still watched it. So this is good that he's doing one more.
So it's going to be called The Last Dance. That's the title. That's kind of the title. Yeah, which is very fitting for his last hurrah. So it's a bit of a shame, but I guess you got to call it at some point, don't you?
Yeah, which is a shame, as we said, because he played that part very, very well as the journalist. So, yeah. Now, another trailer dropped this week, which I am looking forward to, is the Moana 2 trailer dropped. Now, can you believe this? In 24 hours, we could only dream about these sort of numbers, Jay, can I just say? But 178 million people watched that trailer in the first 24 hours.
God, that's a lot of people. Now it's breaking records. What is it about Moana that everyone's going Burko over?
Well, it's a great movie. The whole franchise is such a great movie, and Disney have done so well with it. And because it is Pixar, which is owned by Disney. Now, this one doesn't come out till later in the year. I think it's November, December or somewhere it comes out. So for the trailer to drop this early and to get that many views, it's going to be big.
So hold on, Mr. Lee. Let me get this straight. You won't go and see Predator, but you'll go and see Moana too.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh dear!
I love Disney movies.
Now I've heard it all.
I love Disney. I love Disney movies.
You love a good Disney sing-along, don't you? And I know.
Yeah,
How many times did you go and see Frozen when it came out? You just kept singing on repeat, didn't you?
Hey,
until you knew every word of it.
Come on, just let it go. Let it go.
I will never let it go, Mr. Lee. Never let it go. But everyone loves a good Disney Pixar movie. They always do a fantastic job.
They do. And Pixar is so well, like everyone knows if it is made by Pixar, they know it's going to be good. So, yeah.
Speaking of animated movies, coming up next week, Inside Out 2.
Yeah, look, I've been looking forward to this one because I enjoyed the first one as well. And yes, I have got a lot of people in my head as well, so I don't let them out very often.
All your emotions.
I do sometimes have some emotions come out, but not many. The one I know you're looking forward to next week is The Exorcism with Russell Crowe.
You picked this up perfectly. You knew exactly that would be my type of movie.
And Sam Worthington's in it as well. So that's 2 Aussies in that big movie. So that's pretty good.
We do it best. The Aussies do it best, Mr. Lee. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and we've got also an anime movie coming. Is it Hakuyu, the Dumpster Battle?
Hakuyu, I would say. See, I attended rehearsals, you didn't. Hakuyu, the Dumpster Battle, an anime, which is it's fairly popular, isn't it? When you guys have shown anime films, like you get a good turnout.
We've had a few. Yeah, we do. And I must say, even in the dubbed, they're very good, and even subbed. People love either or either, which is really good. And the other one opening next week is Unsung Hero, which we'll talk more about next week. But there's a lot of movies opening next week, so very exciting.
All right, Mr. Lee, let's do this.
Guess the flick, win the ticks. It's time to play everyone's favourite game with some not so great acting. This is Talking Flicks Movieoke.
It really is everyone's favourite game, isn't it, Mr. Lee?
Oh, it certainly is. And, last week, you're going to have to tell everyone what it was last week.
Oh, yeah, what was Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, yes. And you know what? Jade Bradrick from Tamworth got it. And can I just say, Jade, he actually loved our acting.
Yes. Congratulations, Jade. How good. So you've scored yourself a double pass to the movies, Mr. Lee.
Yes. Yes, and it's so easy. Just listen, tell us, send us an email, and away you go. It's so easy. So easy to win the double pass.
Well, let's find out how we go this week, because Mr. Lee was the scriptwriter this week. I think it must have been our chat with John Jarrett that really inspired Mr. Lee to do some script writing.
Yes, it was. Or it might be because once you hear, people will get it straight away, and it is a kind of a genre that I like, so I'm sure people will know straight away.
Not a horror, Mr. Lee, I'm guessing. This is not a horror movie.
Definitely not a horror.
No.
Definitely not.
But can I just say, Mr. Lee, you did do a great job on the script writing. It's all very well written out. You've even highlighted the parts in yellow and green.
Yes.
And you've done it in Arial
just to make
fonts,
sure you are yellow, can I just say you are yellow, okay?
Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Lee. My name is also on it too. So. Are you ready to go, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, we better do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, here we go.
You're first.
I've been first the last few weeks, haven't I?
Yeah, actually, I should have made me first. I didn't even think of that. I was being
maybe
generous
you wanted the green
you
part.
go first.
And looking at this, Mr. Lee, you're doing one-liners, so I'm doing the bulk of the work. That's what the scriptwriter does, right? And obviously, you wrote my parts with me in mind.
Yes.
For that. Okay.
Correct.
Let's see if you nailed it. Here we go. That's enough. He's ready to talk. Run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
You're a monster.
I'm not the monster here. You are. You and the rest of that fairy tale trash poisoning my perfect world. Now, tell me, where are the others?
Meet me.
Very well done, Mr. Lee.
Thank you.
I've tried to be fair to you, preachers. Now my patience has reached its end. Tell me or I'll...
No, not the buttons. Not my gumdrop buttons.
All right then, who's hiding them?
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man, who lives on Drury Lane.
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
Muffin Man!
She's married to the Muffin Man? Oh, yes.
That was really good. Now, if people can't work that out, I don't know.
Too easy.
And that's one of my favourite scenes in that movie. Can I say? I just love that scene.
I can tell, Mr. Lee, because you get a 10 out of 10 this week. You nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, I've been practicing that little voice for a little while, so yeah. Now, if you want to answer, head over to our website, which is forum6.com.au or theodeon5.com.au, and click on the link of Talking Flicks. And then you just hit that button, send us an email, which does it all automatically for you. You just have to enter your answer, and that's it. So easy, and hit send.
So simple, Mr. Lee. You're virtually throwing the tickets away.
I know.
You're such a generous man.
I am too generous sometimes, and I know that the other sites will be very happy to win something. So Orange and Wagga, get in there and
get involved.
Win those tickets. Yes, because it's been Tamworth now for 3 weeks, so we need Orange and Wagga.
It takes not even 2 minutes. So head online now. Make sure you register your details. Give us the answer, and you could be off to see a movie of your choosing at your local cinema. Well, Mr. Lee, that's pretty much us done and dusted for another week. Didn't that go fast?
It went very fast. I can't believe. I think with that Movieoke, it just makes it go fast too, because we end on a high.
Nice way to end Talkin' Flicks. We will catch you again next week, same time, same place. Get on out to your local cinema and see a movie. And support cinemas and everything great they do. Mr. Lee, always great to catch up with you. We'll see you next week.
Bye for now.
Want more Talking Flicks? Get your fix with every episode, anywhere, anytime. Just search Talkin' Flicks on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, forum6.com.au or odeon5.com.au. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.